Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shenanigans. How are you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Doing well.
Been a really long time since I've played D&D on stream, so I'm like excited.
We're excited to have you too.
That's good. You don't have to lie to me, but I appreciate it.
I would never lie to you, Greg. I would never break your heart. I would never do you wrong. I would never sell you out.
Never gonna give me up. Never gonna let me down.
Thank you. Thank you.
I vote for the right price.
Yeah, we should have had Greg around for the montage song.
I like singing.
Oh yeah.
I can't promise it would be quality, but I would give it a whirl.
I mean, I tried my best.
Wonderful. Matt, are you here?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm.
Oh, okay, cool. I looked over and it was just a chair, and I wasn't sure if you had been like eaten or something. Okay, cool. So why don't we go around the table and introduce all of our characters? We're just going to go in the order of the cams, starting with Bastian.
Oh, excellent. They're actually our
All right. I'm playing Guathir, an elf noble son who has decided to journey to Berkshire, was rather kicked out along with his siblings, to learn life and come back when he's ready.
Wonderful.
Also, his parents just wanted to have a quiet house for a moment. You know how noble elves are, thinking they're better than everybody else, which is the truth, of course, but you know how it is.
Got it. And anything that we should know about your appearance? Anything unusual, like you're covered in hands, or you're actually a 12-foot tall ogre?
He is beautiful. He's beautiful. He has long silver hair. His face is a bit androgynous, with defined, sleek features.
Oh, mama.
He has green eyes.
Wonderful. Next in order is Matt. The repetitive T's a really hard sound to make, but you're up next. Who are you playing, and tell us a little about them.
So I am going to be playing May Kendall. He is a butcher militiaman, reasonably incompetent, generally ends up hiding from the enemy and then having them dropped on their head. Somehow survives and seems to be doing very much better than anyone else I've played.
Wonderful.
And reasonably incompetent.
Yeah, he's not grossly incompetent. He's just reasonably incompetent.
There's a reasonable amount of incompetence.
Actually, I have to say, he in the fight with the Red Dragon, he played the role of just a random militiaman perfectly. He didn't want to get involved with the fighting dragon, but almost died from, the destruction that we caused in the battle anyway.
And somehow got full experience for it.
Yep. Yes.
Yep.
All right, next.
So it's like, instead of attacking with a sword, he's swinging a giant summer sausage. But that's reasonably competent because it's sword shaped. Whereas if he was attacking with Jello, that would be unreasonably incompetent.
Yeah, that'd be pretty grossly incompetent right there.
Yeah, definitely. Next up, we have Nick. Who are you playing today?
Oh, I'm playing Doreen. Just the happy-go-lucky now. The cleric of fear covered with hands.
Wonderful.
But then the hands are also covered by a white cloak, so she just looks like a lumpy.
Do you mean each hand has its own little white cloak around it, or that there's one big white cloak around all the hands?
No, all the hands are just attached to her, the white cloak over her.
Can I recommend that you start making individualized cloaks for each of your hands? Or maybe capes, so that when they run around, they flutter behind it? Just a suggestion. Do with it as you will.
I could color code the hands. Have individual teams.
You could. You could have the red team, the blue team, the green team. Next up, we have Greg. Who are you and who are you playing today?
I'm bringing a new character into Shenanigans. I'm playing Johnny Vegas, baby. He is a human male, supposedly a fighter, but most of his muscles are for show. He is a top-heavy, broad-chested guy that looks very impressive to get to his waist. He clearly skipped leg day. He has a shock of blonde hair that is somehow moosed up and perfectly groomed at all times. Trade secret, he won't tell you how he does it, but even in the worst fantasy environment, that is a perfectly groomed set of blonde hair. And yeah, that's my dude. He's a little self-absorbed.
Nice. And next up is John Connar, who is playing Torque. Who are you, and who are you playing today?
Hi guys, I'm me. I'll be playing Torque today. He is also a fighter. He's a null. He's got a piece of paper that proves that he is in fact a good boy. It's very important. He likes the steak sandwiches. Honestly, it's mostly the steak part of the sandwich. Not too picky on whether or not the steak is in sandwich form or not. But, sandwich just adds that extra little special kick it. And I also want a steak sandwich. Sounds really good right now. But yeah, maybe I'll level up again finally after who knows how long. Maybe.
And last but not least, we have Roberto.
I'm playing Viglaf the Barbarians again. Who?
Did you say barbarians, plural?
Yes, Viglaf the Barbarians. And he is a huge, very strong ogre barbarian who appreciates the Knoll, both because for him being a magic dog, and also because he's looking for John Connar.
It worked out. Great. That sounds like we have introduced our entire cast for the day.
Although if you're going with the Arnold voice, shouldn't you be looking for Sarah Connor?
No, this is the second one.
Excellent.
Oh, that's great. So why don't we start off our game? We're gonna start today in Shenanigans.
For real?
For realsies, we're gonna start it in the bar this time. Here is the whole of the Shenanigans. Where would you like to start your adventure?
Right there.
Oh, that's a nice corner. Okay.
Good corner.
So you guys are all sitting down in Shenanigans. The band is warming up and getting ready to play. It is... Where's my D10? How crowded... No, my D12. How crowded is it today? It is really fucking not crowded. It's like 10% full. You guys are the only group in here, and then there's the band. And they're like, look, they're warming up, but they're looking around, and they're like, fuck, this is a dead show. God damn it. All right, well, we're going to do our best. And, they start to get their instruments going, and what are you guys up to? What are you doing here?
How good are they?
They haven't started yet. You can't tell.
Oh, okay.
They're obviously inferior to whatever you're used to hearing.
I mean, obviously, but who knows? Maybe they can at least give some little amount of entertainment. Who knows?
Hey man, who needs entertainment when you can look at me? You know what I mean? Like, I got all the entertainment right here. That's what I do when I'm bored. I take out my mirror, start looking at myself.
Nice.
Just try it.
I've heard stories of someone like you.
Have you now? I couldn't imagine where.
Yeah, he died.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I can't. I don't want that. That sounds real bad.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? It does.
Yeah.
A lot of stories around this place revolve around, and then he died. Because he wasn't an elf, of course.
No, I'm pretty sure I heard stories of all the elves dying too.
A very morbid place.
No, they weren't noble elves, I suppose.
You could say the elf is dying.
If you think about it, aren't we all dying? Slowly?
Each
I mean,
day,
no, we elves don't die.
a little more.
I mean, elves don't die, obviously, but you.
Oh no, I've definitely seen elves die.
You do not die of natural causes.
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen you die of natural causes. I mean, I'd say a
Torque
dragon
is
like biting
100%
you.
natural.
Yeah, like I'm 100% natural right here. But also a dragon coming out and like, oh, that's pretty natural. Dragons do what dragons do. All right, I'll give it to you. Sometimes the sword isn't always natural, but I mean, if they have it coming, they've got it coming. Would you like to test this, Mr. Elf?
Whoa. Whoa, that's very...
You must all be very jealous. I, as a hero, am immortal unless I die first.
Hey man, this guy's got the right attitude right here. Gotta
Makes
cut all
sense,
this
I guess.
bullshit.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, live forever, die trying, right?
Or be an elf
get you.
and just live forever, unless you, of course, get killed by violent means.
Yes, but you are living forever as an elf.
I mean, who wouldn't want that, really? We elves are the
Viglav.
best in everything.
I don't know, your face
You are
looks
not
funny.
the best at being Viglav.
I mean, who would want to be Wiggler?
Everybody.
Yeah.
Viglav is magnificent.
I mean, to be fair, everybody is
Go on the road
a bit of a word person. Who names himself everybody?
I see that the elf does not understand the common very well.
Yeah,
must be
you know,
very
it's
jealous of my
his
perfect
elf
arm.
language. He doesn't get the words, right? Right. Woody
Perhaps I can teach him common.
Ball? Yeah, you should do that. I think that'd be a good thing that you could do, Barbarian Man.
Yes, the magical dog is right.
Maybe I should teach you the gnome then. First lesson, never rhyme. Gnomes hate rhyming.
Why you gotta bring notes into this?
I'm sorry, Talk. I'm sorry. I forgot.
Where with
You
the
had your things. Don't worry, there are no gnomes around. And if they do anything to you, of course
No
you can kill them.
evil bastards?
Mhm.
Yes, with their little blue coats and their pointy red hats.
The worst.
Do they make excellent bowling pins?
I
That is a
Oh, you
favorite
say bowling?
ogre sport, is to set up 10 gnomes in the end of an alley and then to get a boulder and try to knock them all down.
Actually, I heard the dragon gnome likes to do that.
It sounds like a great game. Man, I'm all in. Can we do that tonight?
Yes, we must simply find 10 gnomes.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
What do you
not.
say, team? Let's find some gnomes.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, it sounds like a good game, though.
The
Oh.
band sort of stops because the flautist is overhearing this conversation and just like puts her flute down for a moment, and the rest of the band comes to a grinding halt, looking at her like, what the fuck? And she starts to walk over to the party and says, excuse me, are you really gnome bowlers?
And
I'm a prospective gnome bowler, baby. I bet I'll be good. I'm good at everything.
I suppose I could bowl with a gnome.
Well, there's a look. We're a traveling musician group, and we have a gig to play in a town, a few towns over. But we're not going to be able to make it, and it's a gnome party where they're doing bowling. Can you guys play music? I would love to hire you guys to go and play this party for us.
I'm actually a proficient singer, baby. I got you.
What?
Can any of you other play instruments?
What sort of party did you say?
No.
A gnome party?
No. Fuck no.
Yes, you shouldn't ask. Maybe
No.
not us to do a part.
Oh, hey, why not? Sounds like a blast.
No.
We'll line them up. We'll
No.
over. I'll sing a little.
No.
It'll be a great time.
Oh,
It sounds like this is going to be a
Also
great deal.
magnificent singer.
It's
no.
not happening.
No, you don't
No.
want us.
No.
It would end in a slaughter, probably.
This guy's real morbid.
That
I
is
wouldn't pay
true.
attention
People
to
would
him.
kill themselves, each other, as they struggled to try to get my autograph.
It's a paying gig. Does that change anything?
You can't pay me enough. You can't pay me enough to get me near them gnomes.
You're upsetting the magical
Rhyming.
dog.
Well,
Rhyming, it never
Magical
stops.
dog. It is amazing.
They're up to
Not
something,
upset
man.
it.
I don't think they're going to be rhyming. I think they're all going to be gagged. Hey,
What kind of party are we talking about?
a gnome bowling party.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm in. Let's go.
You line up the gnomes and you hit them with large rocks, and everyone parties.
Oh,
There's
you,
gnomes.
you were asking if we can play an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I kind of reached for her flute.
She hands it over to you.
Grathia never tried before, but hey.
All right.
And
Give me an unproficient musical instrument check. So it's
I'm
going to
gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be shit.
It's going to be half of your base score of whatever is a normal musical instrument proficiency check.
No, like trying
That
to
sounds
play a
generous.
flute for the first time is very difficult
Hey, man.
because it's not like the other instruments where you actually can, to some extent, just kind of blow into it. I've tried it before. It's
I
not.
think it's Dex. I
Well,
think
you're not an elf, Connor, all right? So
You're right. I'm just someone with a lot of musical experience.
that has no bearing in this game whatsoever. So give me half of your dex, your
Very
dex
well.
score -1 divided by 2, rounded down, plus d20.
Okay, that's
It's very
17, so it's 9 minus 1, it's 8. No, it's...
Yeah.
Doesn't go too well.
Yeah, it's not great. It's a
To be honest, I never tried before. Flute doesn't seem to be my thing.
She takes the flute back, sort of confused that someone who doesn't know how to play the flute even tried. So maybe you guys wouldn't be good for the part. Can any of you play an instrument?
I can sing, baby.
That's wonderful.
Right.
Anyone else?
Big Laughs could also sing.
I guess it could be an a cappella group.
Yo, we'll go a cappella. I like it.
No, there are no acapellas here. Only elves and Viglaf and other non-Viglafs. And the
Only one
magic
elf.
dog.
Hey, we got a magic dog, apparently. Check that out. You don't see that every day now, do you?
Well, I do actually, because he comes here to Shenanigans every day.
Oh, man, you live a charmed life. A magic dog every day. What do you know? Well, what
Well,
about those
exactly
commoners
how
over there
they
bowling
basketball.
gnomes? I bet they ain't seen a magic dog. I'm telling you, lady. Hey, we're the men for your part, and woman. I guess there's a mama here too.
I don't know, it seems to upset the magical dog.
I don't know.
All right, well, if you can't do it, she heads back to the rest of the band. They have a brief discussion, and then they start up their stuff again.
Well, that was... Yeah.
Don't want gnomes.
So you're sitting here in Shenanigans, having turned down this job. How are you all feeling about that? Is there any resentment in the party?
I'm real bummed, man.
I feel great because now I don't have to deal with the gnomes.
I don't really care.
May sort of just lives in the sort of dealing with the moment that gets thrown at him while he makes sure the fireplace is immaculate because the spirit of the bar somewhat kept him from dying by unconscious in a barrel.
You haven't seen the fireplace act up since that day. Are you concerned that it might be gone? Or just quiet?
Well, the spirit of the bar became. Oh, let me bring up the document so I can remember the name. As a player. What was the original? Because there was the ghost that originally harbored that barrel.
I have no idea anymore.
Sierra.
Yeah, who then became the bar, and then May does just tries to play rock paper scissors in the middle of the night with the fireplace.
Cool. So you guys are just sitting around, hanging out, waiting. And eventually Desmond comes on over to you guys and looks around and goes, it's kind of a slow day today. I was thinking about heading down to the river to spend some quality time with my only child. Do you guys want to keep an eye on things here for me?
You know that every time you say that, something ridiculous happens, right?
Well, there's 6 of you this time, so that should prevent anything ridiculous from happening, right? Because, I mean, there's nothing ridiculous about the number 6. There's no way anything could
I
happen.
mean, we're not 7. That's true. And Guafi kind of gives a side glance at the ogre. Ogre was it, right? Big Love is an ogre.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we can try our best.
Yeah. Okay, Desmond. What could possibly go wrong?
Don't.
And I just
no.
what could possibly go wrong?
I mean, watching a tavern, surely it must be easier than having a dragon dropped on your head.
Absolutely. Way easier. Guarantee it. Practically.
Viglaf will be magnificent at watching the bar as he is at all things.
So that's a yes then? You guys want to watch the bar for me?
Does it upset the magical dog?
Is there pay?
No, it's fine.
Then it is fine.
Pay. Well, what if I pay you in drinks?
It's pretty good.
You already do.
No, we pay for the drinks.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, someone said that sounded right, so that's an agreement from all of you?
Cool. Sounds good to me, man.
Cool.
Sure.
Will there
Great,
be
great.
opportunities to gather treasures?
The real treasure in life is the experience you have with friends,
God.
Vigloff.
Really? Because I thought the
I
real
have never seen a mighty dragon curled up on a giant pile of the experiences it shared with friends.
That's because those dragons don't go about raiding the countryside. They're at home, peacefully enjoying the quality of life that comes from family and friendship.
Did you ever really meet such a dragon?
Well, of course not, because they're back home in their own world, far away from where
no.
we can
Yeah,
get to them.
sure.
Those sound like
All right, that makes sense. If they're in their own world, that's reasonable.
Well, actually, there is their own world. Yeah, that actually made sense.
Good. I'm glad it made sense.
Viglaf does not like it when the real treasure was inside them the whole time or things like that. That is only
he has to dig it
slightly
out.
better than when something was all a dream.
I do just want to make sure that you know that there's not actually treasure inside people. There's no need to eviscerate them looking for the treasure. It's a metaphor, Vigloff. You do understand the concept of metaphor, right?
Metaphor, meta 5, it is all the same to Viglaf.
As I said, Desmond,
Don't try too hard.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go down to the river with my family, and someone made a little beach down there, so we're gonna go play on the beach and do some
Oh,
fishing.
the beach. I bet there's
And I shall watch the bar.
Do you mean that beach that Kobold made?
I don't know who made it, but there's sand and there's water and there's fish, and that gnome down the street, it just invented these, and he pulls out like a pair of glasses, but they're like deeply tinted, and he puts them on, and now people can't see my eyes. It's great. I love it. Gonna go hang out.
Oh, I feel like I need a pair of those.
Why?
Hey, they're expensive. Cogwrench Hammer Bench made them just for me. But I'm
Hey,
sure he would make one for you too. You seem like a
What
stylish
if we
man.
tied him up and used him for gnome bowling? Think he'd make me one? Haha. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah. Well, see you later.
Why do you find your eyes so disgraceful and embarrassing that you must hide them, little man?
Why did you put that gnome shit on?
Hey,
your
because they
face?
look cool, man. Did you see that? They're all tinted, man. Hey.
But a gnome made it. You never know what that could do to you.
I do agree. They have a certain sense of style.
All right. Anyway, y'all are boring me. Yo, Dungeon Master Man. Who's the hottest chick in the room? Is it the flowers?
Doreen.
Doreen. All right. All right.
Wait, hold on, wait. There's also the band. I forgot about the band.
You don't even want to try.
Hold on. The band has 4 people.
At least one of
we've
them is
determined
That's
at
the
least
woman who just talked to us.
there are 3 females in the band. There's the flautist, the lutist, and the vocalist who has yet to sing anything yet. She's waiting for her right song.
Okay.
They had the flautist has a hotness of 7. The lutist has a hotness of 8. And the vocalist has a hotness of 7.
All right. Well, we're going to the 8, baby.
Well, I guess Doreen technically has 10.
There you go. Doreen is the hottest woman in the room.
Hey, Doreen's the hottest woman. All right. Well, most of you were boring me. Hey there, pretty mama. So,
I was waiting for it.
I look pretty. You look pretty. Why don't we go back to my place and stare at each other?
No. If you want a staring contest, there's a man in the corner there that you'll never beat.
Oh man, I don't want to stare at someone. Well, I mean, I don't want to stare at a man. You know, no judgment, not my thing. You know what I mean? Rather stare at you or me. Hey, look at myself. Oh. Anyway.
You enjoy looking at yourself there, bud.
Wait.
All right. Next time. Where's that flutist at?
Hold on, Greg, what's your HP?
My HP is 8.
Well, that's
Okay,
quite
so
good.
you wouldn't go down with 1 slap. That's good.
Yeah.
You know, +4 to strength on slaps.
Yeah. So the flautist kind of hears all the stuff that you're talking about and is playing and looking at you with wide eyes. And that is when in through the door walks a small group of dwarves. There are 3 of them that enter the room.
There are no large group of dwarves. All groups of dwarves are small.
Hey, is there a small mama over there? Hey, how you doing?
There might be. I'm gonna have to leave these D6s
no.
out. Yes, there are 2 females and 1 male dwarf. Hotness 5
Nice.
and 8.
Hey, ladies. How you doing? Welcome to the tavern. This is my establishment for the day. Hey, you want to do the monkey with me? Ha.
Thank you, Johnny.
Can we get a beer? 3 beers each?
Oh, all
I
right,
gotcha.
man. Hey, Magic Dog, grab these ladies some beers.
Just like get up the 9 mugs. I saw it at a different bar once, and I've always wanted to try it. So I'll just like take the biggest container of beer I can and just like continuously pour it over there. I probably like get beer all over the counter, but that's okay.
They're not one to judge. I mean, you've got a sloppy serve, but you have at least the right amount of beer in the tankards at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So they shrug and throw a couple of silver on the counter and go to have a seat nearby and begin chatting amongst themselves.
Oh, look at that. Someone actually paying for the drinks here.
Oh, ladies, what are you talking about? Is it me? Me.
One of them starts speaking in Dwarven. Do you speak Dwarven?
Oh, nah, man.
How loud? How
Speak
loud?
2 languages. One of them's common, the other one is love.
Neal, how loud is she talking? Because I speak Dwarven.
Oh, you can hear her say, "Excuse me, fine fellow with the good hair. Do you speak Dwarven?" No? No, you don't. Well, in that case, I would like to tell you that I have no interest in whatever's up there because what's down here is a little thin. So if you're gonna be my cup of tea, I need stocky from feet to head.
Hey, man. Hey, mama. That is an exotic tongue you got there. Why don't we try it out on something else?
The 5 hotness dwarven woman like interposes herself between you and the other one, and rests a hand on like your thigh meets your abdomen,
Oh,
and
hey, mama.
looks up at you and goes, "You want to come with me?"
All right, let's do it.
She leads you out the back door of the tavern.
Hey, all right. Where are we going? I know a place with a good standing mirror where we can look at each other.
Big Rock. She's like half his size.
She's like half his size, definitely. And she leads you out the back door. Then she leads you down this way.
And she
Leads you
breaks
into
his
the
kneecap.
alleyway over here, behind some boxes, and looks up at you with a big, like, puckering face and squinted eyes.
I guess this is Johnny Bravo's goal in life, so he puckers up and plants one on her.
All
Although
right.
I don't know that Johnny Bravo actually has ever gotten to this point.
Yeah, see,
to know
this
what
is the
happens
thing.
here.
He's supposed to be such an ass. He just gets, like, turned down all
Well,
the
yeah.
time.
So this is how it works. You're going in for it. You close your eyes and
Yeah.
lean in, and that's when the small dwarven fist kind of reaches up for the uppercut between your legs.
There's not even a roll involved. She just smashes some beans and mash there.
Oh yeah, I rolled anyway, and it was a definite hit. Do you have any armor on?
Not currently.
Okay, yeah, it's
I got
refried
show
beans
the
now.
specs,
Yeah. So while you're collapsing to your knees in the alleyway, she kind of comes back the other way, laughs with the other dwarves, and they go hang out in this section of the bar where the pylon is.
As she comes back, so as she passes by, Guathia just asks in Dwarven, "So, how did it go?" And gives like a...
He kisses better than an elf, she says.
That was very impressive. He lasted twice as long as most humans.
All right. So you guys, go ahead, take it away.
I was gonna say, Maze comes to the same realization, wondering, does anyone in the group here actually know how to cook? Because if anyone asks for meals, we might well be stuck.
Hey, how else are you gonna
No, there
impress
was
the
no
mamas if you can't
cooking.
cook?
It was only watching.
Don't
May
look at me.
observes as there's no bar, like, because obviously they've all headed off now because it's family.
Porsche is also conveniently gone, isn't he?
Borsch? Yeah, well, Borsch is part of the family,
Yeah.
So when Desmond goes down to the riverside, he's going to take his wife, his daughter, and his best friend. His second best
guys.
friend. Don't let Lizzie hear the other one.
Don't worry, guys. We still have Blue Glove.
That's true. Glibglob is around somewhere. The little
correction,
kobold who
Lord
is
Blue Glove.
yes, Lord Glibglob.
Well, don't look at me to cook. At least I will man the bar. And he kind of gets up, ties his hair into a ponytail, and goes to the bar and waits.
Oh,
for people.
excellent. He has to
They
clean up the
will,
beer on the bar.
Join him.
Yeah, he takes like a big. Probably Desmond has like a big rag on the bar or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you're hanging out here, doing your thing, when a few more people show up. This is a disparate group of clerics come in, and then a few moments later, a group of looks like maybe some rogues and some handsome fighters enter into the bar as well, and they all come up and start clamoring for drinks at the main counter.
And Guafia, with smiles and all that, does the happy barkeep and serves the drinks. And even a bit in a flashy manner, elven dexterity and all.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, you're only good at pouring wine, so that's all you can do.
No, he can do other drinks.
He's spent a lot of time in the human lands. He's learned what,
Oh,
a good
I'm
beer
sure he
is.
has.
I mean, to be fair, the people who ask for beer, he will just nonchalantly pour the beer. But if they order something, a bit unnormal or wine, he will pour it in an elegant manner and serve it likewise.
I like the
Very
fact that you're elegantly pouring over this bar counter that is drenched with beer.
Oh no,
Right
he wiped that. He wiped that dry.
You wiped it down? Okay, good.
I mean,
Yeah, so they come up and they start, ordering drinks, and you pour them. And they take the drinks and walk away without paying for them.
yeah, that's what everyone does here.
Excellent.
I think Doreen will just be post up near the door, just leaning against the wall.
Doreen the bouncer.
She will do the bouncing.
Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Maybe 15 minutes later, you guys hear this kind of loud commotion outside. It sounds like two oxen who somehow have the ability to speak have gotten into a fist fight with a bunch of small yappy dogs.
Oh, excellent. I want to go see what all the commotion is about, because that sounds interesting.
Might be a
This
no.
bar is not doing anything. Viglaf will see what is outside.
You guys go to take a look outside, and sure enough, there are a pair of minotaurs surrounded by 15 or 20 kobolds, and they're in some sort of large, heated argument. And it's progressed to the point of just grunts and yells and no more actual words. And the minotaurs are slapping their battle axes against their shields, loudly barking, or not barking, roaring is the word, and stomping their hooves on the ground, while the kobolds are all kind of dancing back and forth in a large circle with these little spears with stone heads on them, and kind of tattered clothes, and it's this circle of kobolds with these two minotaurs in the middle.
Hey, Glib-Glob, come here.
Puppies!
What are the...
Glaf
Oh, shit.
comes up and starts picking up kobold. Oh, who's a good little puppy?
Oh god, please don't kill them
Grabbing
by hugging.
two kobolds to pet and fondle.
Oh god, what's that
The
character?
little kobolds, when you go to grab them, they're not happy about this, and they will whirl to face you with their spear. If you want to grab them, you will be giving them an opportunity attack if they so desire to take it.
If it is lucky then that Viglaf has martial arts combat style A and does not provoke attacks of opportunity when he grabs the puppies.
Give me a grab attack!
Oh god.
Perfect.
Let's see here. 20 plus, I guess just 3 for strength.
Nice.
The kobold doesn't have great dexterity. You grab a kobold.
All right, I hold him up and I scratch his little head and behind the ears. Look at the fluffy little puppy. Who's a fluffy puppy? Who's a fluffy puppy?
Oh god.
All right, at this point, we're gonna roll initiative. We're gonna do group initiative because there's way too many figures here. I'll roll once for the minotaurs, once for the kobolds, and then someone roll once for the whole party.
I got it.
Oh god. Death by hugging the kobolds.
Boom, look at that.
All right. The party goes first. I don't know if you're ready, if you're aware that things are about to turn ugly, but
Oh, I am.
I don't care.
Are they advancing on
May-
these spears and things?
Is May's travel sense going haywire right now.
May's trouble sense is always going haywire when you're in Shenanigans.
So, Neal, is this in the bar or outside?
It's outside.
This is just outside the bar, yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, so I guess like the two, like May being behind the bar as well is like just thinking down to avoid being seen, like so.
Nice. All right. Anyone in the party want to do anything?
Are they advancing towards me?
Dory?
No, you guys won initiative. They haven't done anything yet.
Yeah.
That's the problem with going first, is that you are the first one to act.
Dorian, if we can get Wiggloff to put the kobold down and go back in the bar, they might do their fighting outside, and we don't have to deal with it.
I'm just going to protect the door. Like, I'm just going to hold action to attack and just, like, lean against the wall on the outside. If anyone comes and tries to go into the bar. Well,
Anyone?
yeah, any other fighting group.
Just
Not
a random-
random
just a
old
random
lady
artist.
enters the bar and gets shit.
Do they have spears pointed at me? Do they?
Not yet. You're acting first.
Wiggloff, put the puppy down. He doesn't want to be pet right now.
All puppies love to be. Wait, this one does not love to be petted. This is not a puppy. This is an imposter.
Oh,
And I will.
It's a puppy set.
put him. Wiggloff, put him down. Put him down and
I
back
will
away.
spike him like a football. You are a liar. You probably do not even play the basketballs.
Oh,
All right, so it sounds like it's just gonna be the kobold's turn.
Can I like recover myself and walk out of the alley? So I'm like,
Yeah.
Should we just assume that the kobold is down after being spiked by Wiglaf?
I think that's probably a fair assumption to make. The kobold has D4 HP. Can you do less than 4 HP of damage?
No.
All right, you spike the kobold, and you break its neck and its back and its ribs, and it just like it crumples into a little tiny ball.
All right, and I will. That's all I'm going to do as far as like attacks, but I will draw my two swords, and I'll say, "You imposter puppies! You disgrace the good name of puppies everywhere."
Wiggloff, we don't. They weren't. God damn it. Wiggloff, get back in the bar.
All right, the kobolds go, and a few of them just hurl their spears at Wiglaf, kind of ignoring the minotaurs now. So let's get 5 attack rolls against Wiglaf with spears. 5, 6, 7, 13, and 20. Does the 13 hit you?
No.
Does the 20 clear by 5?
No.
That's sad.
Macy
He's an
17.
ogre. They've got,
Oh
like,
my
a
god, it
base
deals
AC.
minimum damage to you. You take 2 points of damage from the spear that
Big Rock goes
hurtles
down.
and grazes your shoulder.
I say, foolish non-puppies. You should know that your weapons, you should see that your weapons are afraid to harm the magnificence of Wiglaf.
Yeah. The other kobolds start to surround you and start to stab at you, because those were the throwing ones. These 5, wow, 2 20s and an 18.
Dang.
So they will stab
That
and
could
stab and stab
potentially put me
you.
down, I guess. Well, are they D6?
No, they're 2d4.
No, that's BS.
The spears are
That's all for
2d4?
spears.
Spears are 2d4.
I get
Oh.
large.
Yeah, so that is 2 for 64. That could probably bring Big
Wait,
Mom.
wait.
That could kill
how's a
him.
tiny ass kobold holding a full size 2d4 spear?
Yeah, they can't.
How does the ogre get in and out of buildings every single time? I mean, look,
Very,
do we want to
very
start to how
carefully.
much realism do you really want in your shenanigans here, Connor? We have had killer robots chasing you through rivers. We've had like dragons coming into town to mate. We've had all
Wait,
sorts
what?
of things. Is this where you want to draw the line?
Like my dreams that became real.
Were you not here for the dragon mating season episode?
No, I wasn't. That was either before the rock or when I was on like freaking mids or days or something.
Maybe. It is 12 damage to Vigloff.
Jesus.
All right, Vigloff is still up.
Okay.
Patty's pissed.
I was a little bit worried that I would actually bring you to -10 and that you would be dead. But it doesn't seem to be the case. The Minotaurs now join the fray, and the first Minotaur goes to grab a kobold. Kobold gets attack of opportunity, rolls a 1. Minotaur grabs the kobold and just like hurls him through the window of Shenanigans. The kobold hits the window, breaks it. A bolt of lightning comes out of nowhere, hits the Minotaur, kills him dead. The kobold falls through the window, lands on the bar, bleeding all over the place with glass on him, and kind of like slides up next to Gwathir. The other Minotaur is like, holy shit, my mate is just killed, and drops to his or her knees, throws down her battle axe and starts mourning her long-term mate who's now dead.
Turbo dead.
And it's the party's turn, but there's been a slight interruption. There's been a slight interruption in the battle.
Okay, so yeah, they just harmed Shenanigans.
Wait,
Dorian's just gonna go in.
Oh yeah, I'm contractually obligated to kill the shit out of.
Who?
That's a good point. They already got maybe the
Oh, I'm going
Minotaur.
straight for the morning mate.
The morning mate? Oh my god, alright.
Yeah, they're the ones
She's
that
on her
killed the shit.
knees, head down. You get +4, +2 to hit for her being in this like compromised situation.
Okay.
You get +3 for mental deterioration. Of being extra sad.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's got 14 AC, so you clear by 8. Enough to
Yeah,
crit
not
once.
Nope.
11 damage.
Yeah, that will probably... Actually, maybe not. What's the
Minotaur.
I mean, it's a
HP?
Minotaur. Like,
Yeah.
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
They have like 3d8 or something. Or 4d8.
They have 68 plus
60.
3.
probably still alive.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You need to roll just about minimum.
10, 28, and 3 is 31 HP. So she's down to 20 now.
I have to ask Neal, is the kobold on the counter still alive?
I think unconscious and like covered with like skewers of glass everywhere. So bleeding to death, but still alive.
Gwathir is Glip around.
Yeah.
Glip. He just said, he addressed Glip. You want to save him? He points at the kobold.
Glib shrugs and goes back to licking up the beer that spilled on the ground.
Oh, okay. Gwathir takes like the big rag, puts it over his hand and kind of picks the kobold up and just throws him out of the door.
Just toss the glass shattered kobold out the window or out the door and back onto the ground. Anyone else in the party have an action they want to take?
Yeah, I guess I'm contractually obligated now to kill the other Minotaur.
All right, go for it.
For being an accomplice in some destruction of property.
May is trying to urge everyone to calm the hell down before anyone else accidentally hits the tavern and gets themselves killed by a lightning bolt.
And I'll attack 2 kobolds.
All right, go for it. Torque, you hit.
5
For
damage.
5. It's at 15.
Why are we killing this Minotaur?
Oh, because they harmed Shenanigans.
I know. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure it got retribution, man. That one got turned into fried chicken.
hold on. Technically, did the Minotaurs harm Shenanigans? Because it was a kobold that broke the window.
Yes, the Minotaur is the one that took the action that broke the window.
And God.
That
And
Minotaur's
guilt
dead.
by association. That's how it works in these
I
days.
got a theory, though, man. Wouldn't Desmond rather have some gold for that window than a couple of dead corpses at his door?
Oh yeah, that's why we loot the corpses.
Yeah, the corpses will have
and get the gold from the corpses, fix the window, and then hide the bodies. From
If you
Desert.
leave them in the streets, the graveyard kobold will just come by and pick them up.
That too.
All right. Well, anyways, I got a 17 and an 18 on the kobolds.
You hit 2 kobolds.
Did
The
I
18's actually
crit 2
critical.
kobolds?
You crit 1 kobold. No, neither of them are natural 18s, so they're just
okay.
hits.
I mean, they're probably just dead anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't
there's
do
no way for
less.
them not to be dead.
Yeah.
So, 10. Since I'm using two-handed swords as one-handed swords,
Right.
Why don't we just use the Minotaur to do the heavy lifting for Shenanigans? That would be much
11
easier.
each.
You eviscerate 2 kobolds. They die on the ground.
Do I chop them in half?
You chop them in half, yes.
That was almost 3 times their damage that they could
Yeah. Yeah, they're deadsies.
take. How do the other kobolds feel about seeing their friends cut in half?
Has everyone in the party taken their turn that wants to take a turn?
Yeah, I don't think I need to be punching anybody today.
Cool. The remaining kobolds flee into the streets, screaming and yelling and just running. The Minotaur gets up with its axe and is going to take a hack at, I believe both Doreen and Torque hit the Minotaur.
Yep.
The Minotaur's going to go with the largest target, which is Torque, because there's no honor in killing such a small person like Doreen.
Doreen hit.
I know Doreen did more damage and is the stronger fighter in this situation, but the Minotaur is judging you based on your size, and takes a swing at Torque for a 12 to hit.
Nope.
All right, it clatters harmlessly off of your armor, and the Minotaur begins to like circle with you. Back to the party's turn.
Excellent.
I'm going to wipe the counter. I'm going to wipe the blood from the kobold.
Oh,
Are we just going
excellent.
back and forth?
Does that double crit?
Yeah, we're just going back and forth. Yes, that does double crit.
Excellent.
14 AC for the Minotaur.
Excellent. The Minotaur dies.
Minotaur goes down right away.
Nice.
You roll a d12 weapon. What do you use?
So
Against
just a
large.
longsword. See, we still have the versus large.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, if I was using, what I discovered is that two-handed sword, 3d6 versus large.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you get multiple dice, it's always good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll turn to the 2 dead minotaurs and say, "And you, I bet you were not even cows."
No, they're minotaurs.
They're also dead.
They're also
Wait a
dead.
minute. Chat has a good idea. Minotaurs are part bull, right?
Oh no, damn.
Yeah.
You want some steak?
All right.
And with that,
Doreen-
we're gonna go to our first break. We'll come
Hold
back.
on. Doreen just drags the corpses into one of the alleys, like out of the main street.
Make sure to get the gold off them so we can pay for this window.
Yeah, we'll loot them and hands are gone. Mysteriously.
Yeah, it's gonna be hands.
And with that, we're gonna go take our first break. We'll see you guys on the other side.